Destination, Earth. Speed, 120 miles an hour. Control, uncanny. A breath-catching display by the Red Devils, the British Army's free-fall parachute team, in cooperation with the American Golden Knights. Somehow, this graceful aerial skill is symbolic of man's ever-increasing mastery of the air. It makes a fitting opening to the 1966 Farnborough Airshow, Britain's shop window for the world of aviation. Many of the spectators must recall the days when they marvelled at the Vickers gun bus and Farnborough's own SE-5A. Was it only 50 short years ago? Today, aviation, which already goes faster than sound, seems somehow to be going faster than time. Short's functional freighter, the Skyvan, is a far cry from the gun bus, the Jet Provost from the SE-5A. And 50 years ago, the Handley Page Herald wasn't even a dream. This, the 25th Airshow, attracts a record crowd of experts and businessmen from all over the world. And during the week, orders are placed worth over £60 million. The extent and variety of the display reflects Britain's continuing achievement in aviation. That trio of successful airliners, the BAC 111, one of Britain's top dollar earners. The graceful, comfortable Hawker Siddeley Trident. And that favourite of passengers, the long-range VC-10, now adapted for further use as a military transport. There's a wide range of smaller craft like the Beagles, the Husky, that sturdy little all-rounder. The Mark 11, outstanding in tropical highland, and that go-ahead executive craft, the B206, in which 7 passengers can cruise at over 200 miles an hour for 1,000 miles or more. And Beagles will soon be catering for family flying with their new Beagle Pup, ideal for 2 adults and 2 children. Already over 200 people at the show intend to place orders when the list opens. And when the skies are full of Beagle Pups, there'll be more work than ever for the nippy little Wallace Autogyro, eminently suitable for traffic and police work, survey and search. Hawker Siddeley have 2 sales successes. The 748, well over 100 sold. And that invaluable asset for the busy executive, the 125. North America has already bought 65 of these 8-seater twin turbojets. Good business for business in the air. The Hawker Siddeley production line at Chester turns out 7 HS-125s a month to meet the steadily mounting total of orders. Handley Page looked like having a similar success with their newest design, the Jetstream. £14 million worth of these adaptable craft have already been ordered, 3/4 of them for overseas. There's big money in small planes too. The Britten-Norman Islander is already on order for West Africa and North and South America. 300 workers gave up their summer holidays to get the Islander production line rolling, and the British government is to help with the export development costs. Designed for simple operation, with wide application for developing countries, the Islander is a very practical, down-to-earth proposition. International cooperation is the keynote of aviation today. De Havilland of Canada display their Turbo Beaver, utility transport for 10 passengers or a ton of cargo, and the Twin Otter, 18 passengers or 2 tons of cargo. And their well-known Chipmunk offers a new development in cheap flying. It's powered by a standard industrial gas turbine from the British Rover Company, specially adapted for light aircraft. The engine runs on domestic paraffin and can save £800 in fuel costs over 1,000 hours flying. British aero engines are internationally famous, and the Rolls-Royce stand at Farnborough displays a wide range. Every 9 seconds, somewhere in the world, an airliner takes off or lands powered by Rolls-Royce engines. Planes like the Dutch Fokker Friendship, with its twin Rolls-Royce Dart turboprops, flying at Farnborough for the first time. along with other Western European aircraft, symbols of increasing international cooperation. There's the Breguet Atlantic, built by a consortium of 4 West European nations for maritime patrol work and powered by twin Rolls-Royce Tyne turboprops. Tyne turboprops also power another multinational plane, the Transall, one of the largest twin-engine transports in the world. Rolls-Royce and Bristol Siddeley, great names in the aero-engine world. Together they make engines for nearly half the world's airliners, not to mention military craft. A single Bristol Siddeley Orpheus turbojet powers the Italian ground attack fighter, the Fiat G91. And a Bristol Siddeley Viper turbojet punches the Macchi jet trainer through the skies. While the Piaggio Douglas 808, a 10-seater executive craft, relies on twin rear-mounted Viper jets. Italy's Augusta Bell helicopter is powered by twin Bristol Siddeley Gnome engines. Twin Rolls-Royce Spey engines pack a wicked punch for the Buccaneer, the Royal Navy's low-level strike and reconnaissance aircraft. The Navy flies into Farnborough from the aircraft carrier HMS Hermes squadrons of helicopters, gannets, Sea Vixens and Buccaneers. And the climax of their display is Marine Commandos descending 200 feet using the abseiling technique of mountaineers. Helicopters are used in more leisurely, comfortable fashion to bring important visitors to the show, like His Royal Highness Prince Philip. The increasing demand for the versatile helicopter is shown by Westland's impressive parade. 3 types of Wessex, and a Whirlwind, a Scout, a Sioux, and a Wasp. A new type of lifting rotor has been devised at Britain's national gas turbine establishment. The flapping blades of the helicopter are replaced by rigid circular blades powered by a jet. In this mobile testbed, engineers study aspects of the rotor's performance along the Farnborough runway. Applied to helicopters, this new rotor system should give greater lift, increase speed, and make much less noise. Applied to an aircraft like the BAC 111, the rotor is only used for takeoff and landing. It's parked during forward flight. A development that could revolutionize passenger jet travel. But for the moment, the most sophisticated example for vertical takeoff and landing aircraft is the Hawker Siddeley P1127 with its swivel jets. Its latest version, the Harrier, will soon be in service with the Royal Air Force. A formidable display of missiles. The still secret Sea Dart. And Martel, an example of Anglo-French cooperation. There'll be an anti-radar version and another version guided to its target through a TV eye in the missile's head. BAC show a model of their new mobile anti-aircraft system, the ET-316. But rockets also have peaceful scientific purposes. The Skylark attitude control system is a British achievement. The Hawker Siddeley Blue Streak forms the first stage of Europa 1, a satellite launcher being developed by the European Launcher Development Organization. And Britain collaborates with the European Space Research Organization in an important scientific program. In 1967, America will launch the first all-British satellite, BAC's UK-3. While Farnborough sees a model of UK-3, scientists at BAC's Stevenage Laboratory are at work on the satellite itself. But if you find outer space rather chilly and remote, Take a trip in a glider. The Slingsby Dart sailplane delights the Farnborough crowds with its stylish and silent performance. Gliding is growing fast as a sport in Britain and overseas. It's the cheapest, most aerodynamic form of flying. Undoubtedly, the biggest new development in civil aviation is the imminent approach of the giant supersonic airliner. 4 years ago, Britain and France joined resources to build Concorde. This mighty venture is fast becoming a reality. Into Farnborough flies the BAC 221, a research plane adapted and redesigned for high-speed tests of the Concorde Delta wing. Concorde's huge Olympus 593 engines are being built in Anglo-French partnership, and one is seen at Farnborough under test in the air, slung beneath a Vulcan bomber. Farnborough shows that Britain is very much to the fore in technical and technological development. Over 300 firms exhibit their products to experts and buyers from all over the world. A vast range of all the components and accessories of aircraft and aircraft handling. An impressive testimony to the lead taken by the British aviation industry in new techniques and new products. To judge from the interest being taken by these youngsters, British aviation won't lack recruits in the future. But for the public at large, the main thing at Farnborough is the flying. And the show ends with a superb demonstration of aeronautical skill by the Red Arrows, the Royal Air Force aerobatic team in their Hawker Siddeley Nat jets. As the roar of the jets dies away, the RAF Falcons open their parachutes after 10,000 feet of free fall and bring down the curtain on Farnborough 1966.